I didn't believe in mysticism. Seriously. All these are stories for tourists, cheap horror stories for YouTube, fictions for those who are looking for meaning in coincidences. But when you stand on the edge of the forest, where even the wind sounds like a whisper, you begin to doubt your own beliefs. My name was Mako, and I went to Japan not for adventure, but to escape. Run away from the noise, from people, from yourself. And that's why I found myself in front of a sign with the inscription, "Please think about your family." I winced. Dramatically, I muttered to myself, but something in the air was wrong. The forest looked ordinary. Dark green trees, thick moss, heavy and humid air. But when I took the first step inside, the sound disappeared. Completely. No birds. No insects. Not even your own steps. Only silence. I pulled out the phone. There was no signal. Expectedly, I said, trying to sound calm. But the heart was already beating faster. Nothing happened for the first 20 minutes. I walked along the path, noticing ribbons tied to the trees. Red, yellow, as if someone had left the way back. But some of the tapes were cut off. And for some reason it was more frightening than anything else. Then I heard it. Mako. I stopped. The heart skipped a beat. I turned around. No one. Mako. Quieter this time. Like from behind the trees. I laughed. Very funny. If it's some kind of joke. But the laughter came out nervous. Because the voice was familiar. I went further, trying to ignore it. Logic. Stick to logic. It's wind. Or imagination. Or a sound that reflects. Yes. That's right. But after a few minutes I heard again. Son. I froze. There was no doubt this time. It was my mother's voice. The same tone. The same intonation when she called me home as a child. I slowly turned around. Mom. Silence. And then the rustle. Somewhere deeper in the forest. It's not funny, I whispered. But the legs took a step in that direction themselves. The forest was becoming thicker. The trees stood closer to each other, their branches intertwined, as if not letting in light. I looked around. The path is gone. Damn. I tried to go back, but it all looked the same. The same trees. The same moss. The same silence. Mako. Voice again. Closer. Warmer. I'm here. I took one more step. And more. Something whispered in my head. Go. She is waiting. I started running. Branches hit my face. The roots clung to my legs, but I didn't stop. Because the voice became clearer. Son, hurry up. And suddenly, I went out on the lawn. She was standing there. My mother. In the same dress she was wearing the last time I saw her before the trip. She smiled. Mako. I took a step back. No. It's impossible. She is at home. 4,000s of miles. Why don't you come? Her voice was gentle, but something in it sounded wrong. Like two notes at the same time. You, not her. The smile froze. For a second. And then expanded. Too wide. I am what you want to see. My stomach tightened. What are you? She took a step forward. And her feet did not touch the ground. I turned around and ran. Now I heard more than one voice. There were many of them. Mako. Wait. We are here. They were heard from all over. Left. Right. From behind. Even inside the head. I put my ears. Shut up. But they only got louder. Suddenly I crashed into something. And fell. Raised his head. And I saw a man. He sat, leaning against the tree. Eyes wide open. But empty. I leaned back. Lord. His lips moved. Don't. Listen. His voice was barely audible. They? No. Who? But he didn't move anymore. The voices came closer again. Mako. You're lost. We will help. I got up and ran on. But now I understand. This is not a forest. It's a trap. Every voice is like a hook. Every sound is like a thread that pulls you deeper. I was trying to remember something real. Something that keeps me here. Phone. I got it. There is no signal. But a message appeared. From Mom. Where are you? I'm worried. I froze. The message came. Right now. No. I slowly raised my head. And I saw her. Again. But now. There were a lot of them. Tens. Everyone looked like my mother. But everyone is a little different. And all looked at me. Choose, they said in unison. Which of us is real? I closed my eyes. Breathe. Think. My mother never called me son in such a tone. She always laughed when I was nervous. She wouldn't stand silently. I opened my eyes. None of you. The smiles are gone. The forest froze. And then I heard a different voice. Weak. Far. But the real one. Marco. I turned around. This time, he sounded different. Not sweet. Not tempting. Just humanely. I went to him. Step by step. Without listening to other voices. They screamed. Whispered. They cried. Don't go. This is not a way out. You will die. But I was leaving. And suddenly, light. I ran out of the woods. Fell to the ground. Breathing as if for the first time. There is silence behind. I looked around. The forest stood. As usual. As if nothing had happened. My phone vibrated. A real message. From Mom. How are you? I just thought of you. I called her. And when I heard her voice, for the first time in a long time, scared, because for a second, it seemed to me that it sounds the same, like those in the woods. And now, I'm not sure anymore that I really came out, because sometimes at night, I hear someone whispering, Marco, come back. And the worst thing, I'm starting to want to do it.